Hello and welcome everyone to this offering we're calling for now a daily dose of the divine. My name's Lisa Lyle. This is my channel here on YouTube. Thank you so much for being here. If you're new, I trust that you will make yourself home here and feel like you have found home. If you haven't yet subscribed to the channel, please do take a moment to do so. Doing so gets your name into a draw for a free monthly reading, or a monthly draw for a free reading. There we go. And yesterday I pulled the first name live, and it is Dawn Collette. So if you are seeing this and you haven't yet claimed your free solstice season energy forecast, please do reach out. So the intention of these lives is really just to connect on a daily basis, to offer some support. If there's anything that you would like, I would really like them to be very interactive. So there may be card pulls. If there's anything that you would like to discuss, feel free to drop it in the comments. We're going to just roll with it and flow with it and see how this goes, and watch this channel and the messages of love and healing grow, because ultimately that is what we're here for. So if you happen to catch the intuitive energy update of yesterday, which was June 27th, our final card in that reading was, let me see if it's right here on the top here. The cards are here. Yes, here it was. This was the final card in yesterday's reading. A fiery climax approaches, full moon in Aries. And a lot of the messages that came through were to not allow yourself to sort of spew out, like bottling things up and then you blow your top. And then it was really interesting because I was feeling like it was during Cancer season. Interestingly enough, after yesterday's live, I realized I was guided to note that the moon, as of today, which is Friday, June the 28th, has moved into Aries and will be in Aries this entire weekend. And for us here in Canada, it's a long weekend. It is Canada Day weekend. So I'm heading back to work today after about a week off. I head back. So I'm working through all of it. And then in the US, they have their Independence Day coming up. And I think that that's just celebrated on the day. So we're in this week of, solstice season, the summertime here in the Northern Hemisphere picking up. And yet at the same time, we have shifted and moved. The sun is now in the sign of Cancer. We're coming up to a new moon in Cancer on the 5th. So next Friday, 1 week from today, we'll have our new moon in Cancer. And Cancer is really speaking about that inner journey, right? Going within. We spoke a lot about this yesterday in the energy forecast for the week. It's about going in. And so as much as externally, it's like this celebratory time, internally, a lot of us are in the thick of it. We're really going through it. We're, we're at the, what do I want to say? The ledge or the edge of making huge breakthroughs for ourselves personally, which as a ripple effect supports the collective. So if you're not feeling very celebratory as you move into the weekend, I mean, heck, I wish I was still on vacation for another week. And yet, like there is an energy about today that's very supportive. Preparation. I just finished drinking a beautiful kiwi, pineapple, apple, turmeric, and ginger fresh pressed juice that I made. And now here for our connection, I've got some mullein tea that I just brewed. And when we're finished, I'm going to brew up some dandelion root as well. So it really feels like today, as we move into this weekend energy, that it's really, again, it's always about showing up for ourselves in the most authentic way and in the most, I'm guided to say prosperous way, in the most healthful way. So showing up for yourself today, and don't allow yourself in the 12-step program of Alcoholics Anonymous, I heard the acronym HALT, and it stands for hungry, angry, lonely, and tired. So not allowing yourself to get wrapped up, not allowing yourself to get too hungry, get too angry, be too lonely and tired. And I mean, ultimately, we're never alone. And yet, the journey of the spiritual master, if you will, the path of spiritual mastery does require this solitary journey a lot of the time. And so it's getting comfortable with what the spiritual path entails for you. And showing up for ourselves is tricky sometimes for us to do, right? Particularly as a sensitive or an empath. We really have a great ability and a knack, I would say, for showing up for others. And yet when it comes to ourselves, we tend to put ourselves on the back burner. And this Cancer season is all about moving ourselves up to the front burner of priorities in our life. So I'm feeling guided right now. Yesterday, we did receive a card, messages from the animal kingdom, and letting us know how supported we are by our animal friends. So just because this is the first one, what I'm going to do now is make this an interactive portion of this connection today. So take a moment and choose 1, 2, or 3. And what we're going to do is pull one card for each of those numbers to get a little message from an animal that is supporting you at this time. So take a moment. We're going to get right into it. And I'm working with the Wild Unknown Animal. Is it the Wild Unknown? Yeah, the Wild Unknown Animal Tarot, as well as the Wisdom Speak Tarot and an Animal Guides Tarot. So if you were guided to number 1, wow, you've got the black egg. I almost feel like I need to get the guidebook, except I'm not. So what I'm really feeling, and actually that's so funny. Do I have it in my pocket? Yeah, check this out. What I was guided to pull out of a plant. I haven't seen this in years. And it's an onyx egg that was gifted to me many years ago by a dear friend. And it's been sitting in one of my plants. I just popped it in there and I saw it yesterday and I brought it out and cleaned it up, and I've been carrying it in my pocket. So for you, those of you who are guided to number 1, the energy that's supporting you right now is this energy of creation. You're still in the egg, like you're still in that cocoon. You haven't broken free. And yet what I'm feeling with this, it's like, and yesterday, some of this came up in the weekly forecast as well. It's like we came into this lifetime with wounds that we picked up in the womb. And so it feels like there is a call for you to really dive into the shadow, that it's almost like you don't believe it exists inside of you, and yet it does. And when you go into this place, it's from this place that your dreams, your planetary mission, your spiritual path is born. It's from the place of the wound. This is a very auspicious sign I'm feeling for you, particularly the fact that it's, I pulled that egg out yesterday. So perhaps you have some, an egg-shaped crystal that is going to support you at this time as well. And again, within the shadow, allow the purity of your heart to guide you to the shadow, because this is where you begin to create your living art from the shadow, the play of light within the shadow. Don't be afraid of the shadow. Remember when we were young and we used to do like shadow puppets on the ceilings and stuff like that? And it was fun. So if you can view the healing journey, I mean, it's not always fun, right? It's awkward, uncomfortable, and we're moving through our pain. So a lot of times we can feel like we're going insane, and why are we doing this? This is crazy. And yet it's the most valuable gift you can give yourself here in the present, as well as your soul that eternally lives, which is also here with you in the present. Okay, so if you were guided to the number 2, here is your card. The 10 of 4 legs, Earth, Pentacles, Moose, Home, Primal, Mother. Moose, Home, Birth, Primal, Mother. Again, all these energies kind of stream together. We're here on Earth now to have this abundant experience. This is feeling like Wheel of Fortune energy, which has been around a lot. So the wheel is turning in our favor in Cancer season, as long as we are willing to follow through, to make the next move based on our intuition and the inner guidance that we're receiving. Again, getting out to nature, this is home, birth, primal mother, where we all originate from where we all came, that primordial ooze, right? And we could say that that's like happens in the cocoon too, this primordial ooze. We disintegrate, we become liquefied, and then we regenerate and we are reborn. We reestablish connections that we perhaps didn't even know we had before. And, I'm feeling that for some of you feel like a young moose, with knocky knees and unsteady on your feet. It's funny because about 10 years ago, my son and I did a road trip to Maine. And on the way home, we encountered a moose. There was a sign that said moose crossing. And we're like, that's so weird. I've never seen this one before. And literally around the next bend was a moose in the middle of the road. And it was a young one. And this little guy, not so little, as tall as the car were the legs, but they were all knocky and very unsteady on his feet. And we literally had this encounter for about 10 minutes along the side of some random, desolate highway in northern Maine heading towards Quebec. And so, if you're feeling unsteady, just keep going. Every bit of practice, every day that you show up for yourself is going to support that stability to grow and for you to actually feel strong and strengthened in your current position. Okay, and so for those of you guided to number 3, let's see. Oh, okay. There's 2 for you. One that wanted to come out and one that flew out. And how beautiful. The one that flew is Bee Spirit. Sweet results await. Number 7. 7 for me is a highly spiritual number. And it's also representative of our physical vessel, the channel of light that we are along our spine. And when we think of channel, or when I say channel, what I'm referring to is our spine. Connects us to source divine above, as well as connects us to Mother Earth below. And, bee spirits just flying around, buzzing around, extracting the nectar out of life. Every flower is beautiful and has something to offer. And this is really speaking of us, each of us beautiful in our own unique way. And beauty is way more than skin deep. I'm sure you all know this, and you've encountered really attractive people who are, their energy is just offensive, and then we've all encountered really, less attractive people, and their personality shines through and they're absolutely stunningly beautiful. And so this is each of us, and trusting that the steps you're taking at this time are, well, the steps. Then we have the number 35, which is 8. So 7, 8, the steps you are taking, 15, 15, the steps you are taking one at a time are going to produce sweet results. And the message of koala spirit is spirit has a plan. I love this card and this guy because look at how cool this little koala is. That mandala on the forehead, just chillaxing up in that eucalyptus tree probably. And, happy as can be. And trusting and not worrying that it's going to fall out of the tree, knowing that he's safe in the tree. So trust that if you are following your heart, you're not lost. You're not lost. There is a plan. Even when things aren't going according to your plan, God and the divine always has a plan. So, the best laid plans are perhaps sometimes not even to make plans, just to go with the flow. And this is what Cancer season is really encouraging us all. When you want to rest, rest. When you want to move, move. But this time is really about showing up for you. So I hope you all have a great day. I'll be back here tomorrow, same place, same time, at 11:11 Eastern Standard Time on the 29th of June as we wrap up. Can you believe we're almost in July? Like the first half of the year, calendar year, has flown by. And so now it's really about harnessing. One card's peeking out. It's about harnessing our power, remembering we are good enough and there is always enough. Abundance is our birthright, and we are here to step into that now. So thank you so much for being here. For everybody who subscribes, as well as all those subscribers who comment, your name gets entered into our free reading draw. The next draw will be at the end of July. At the end of July. I did it yesterday, so we'll do it on the 27th of July again. So to get in on that, make a comment, give me a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. It's truly an honor and privilege to connect and share with you in this way. So until tomorrow, everyone, be good to yourself. Know that there is enough. You are enough. Spirit has a plan for all of us, and our job is to simply show up for ourselves. So until next time, take good care and have some fun and show yourself you care.